local grape and is cloned to Muscat variety. The vintage is 2022 with 12.5% of alcohol. It has light yellow color with a green hue, fermented in stainless steel tanks. It's the fresh wine and it has aromas of jasmine, roses, aromas of citrus fruits, lime, lemon, and very aromatic. It has balanced acidity and you can pair with the grilled fish. Vino is the white local grape, and this wine is organic. It has a full body wine, it has a long aftertaste, and
My name is Joanna. I'm the enologist of the winery, and together with my bosses, we make the wines. So, welcome to Andreas DOURAKIS winery. We are here because Mr. Andreas DOURAKIS began the winery that now, and he began it at 1988 when, after he studied in Germany, and he worked from some years in Germany, also in northern Greece. He came here together with his family, Evi, Andonis, his children, and his wife, Mrs. Eleni. So, the first 4 years he made wine in his village, and the building is from 1992. Winery you see in the background, the White Mountains. Unfortunately now, they are not white. And I say unfortunately because most of the times the snow melts down in the middle of this month of June. But this year it's melted down earlier because we had a lot of south winds. Maybe it will be a problem for us because maybe we will not have enough water during the summer. But when the snow melts down, the water of the snow goes underneath in the natural tanks that the earth has, and from there we irrigate our plants and so our vineyards also. In this part of the island, in the north part, we have more vegetation, higher trees, because we accept more rains from northern Greece. If you go to the south part, maybe to Sfakia, you can see more dry areas and smaller trees, because they accept more the hot temperature from Africa. Thank you. So, the final and very important for us, between us and the White Mountain, is that during the summer, because of the White Mountains, the temperature goes lower at the night, and for this reason we have more freshness, more fruitiness aromas in our grapes, which is very important, especially from our white grapes. So, Crete has a long history in winemaking from Minoan times. For this reason, we have one of the oldest press in Bathipetro of Irakli, but also having the family tradition of winemaking. Every family has a parent or a grandparent or an uncle that he has grapes, and so all together, all the family gather together in September, they collect the grapes, they make wine, and after they celebrate it as the end of the harvest with wine and food, as everything in the island. So, we have a lot of different grape varieties, and more specific in this part of the island, in Hania, we have Villana, Vidiano, Muscat of Spinas, and Malvasia di Candia Aromatica. 4 grape varieties that they are white. Maybe 2 of them, the Muscat and the Malvasia, you can hear it twice and a lot of times before. But here we have some clones that we have it only in Crete. In red grapes we have Mandillari, Iatico, and Cocefali, and also the more unique that we have it only in Hania is the Romeico, that we believe a lot of in this variety, and for this reason we make 4 different styles, 4 different types. So, let's go inside to more cool temperature, and I will talk to you about what we do when the grapes are here. For this, we need to press the grapes. So, first we separate the stems from the berries. All the stems we put it back in our vineyards as a fertilizer. So we try to do not put anything in the rice. So some of fertilizer, or some of them we sun-dry it and we give them as a food to our sips or for distillation. The next color is the red grape. So in the red grapes we have a lot of different ways to make wine. First of all, to make a white wine. If we present directly the grapes and we don't leave it together with the skins, we don't take color. If you don't know, if the red wines take the color from the skins. If you don't leave it together, we don't have color. So we present directly and we have white wine. So if we would like to have rosé, we leave it from some minutes to some hours inside our press, and after we press them and again in this room. If we would like to have red wines, after the separation, we put all the berries together in the next room tanks, and the fermentation begins together with skin, seeds and juice. So, let's talk about the first room. So, this room with the big tanks, 10 tons, 20 tons, we use it from white and rosé winemaking processes, alcoholic fermentation. So, a very important thing during the alcoholic fermentation, during the winemaking processes, is the temperature. We need stable temperature. For this reason, these tanks, they have double water that goes to the refrigerator and comes back. And from here, we measure it and we try to have it stable. From white and rosé winemaking processes, we need 16 to 17 degrees of Celsius. From our reds, we need 20 to 25, because with higher temperature, we extract more color from our skins. These around us are 6.5 tons, and these tanks, if you see, they have 3 doors. One here, and one upstairs. These tanks we use from red winemaking processes. And why this? As I said before, we put the grapes, the berries inside the tanks, and the fermentation begins together with skin, seeds and grape juice. We put it with big tubes from above, and the fermentation so begins. Every day we try our wines, all the team of the production, and especially our reds, to decide when we would like to take out the skins and the seeds. So we take it out when we have enough color and enough tannins, enough bitter aromas, bitter scents. Wash it very well with water. We wash everything inside our winery only with water or hot water, with anything else. So, we make sparkling wine with the traditional method of champagne. Unfortunately, except of the Champagne region, we don't have the possibility to say champagne. Back to 2011, we did a lot of experiments with a lot of different grape varieties, vineyards and methods. We decided to have sparkling wine from the variety of Romeico, the native variety, which is red, and we make white wine with the traditional method. But what means traditional method? Traditional method means that we have one first alcoholic fermentation, one first wine, the base wine as we say, in the spilled tanks, and we need low alcohol, around 10.5% of alcohol, higher acidity, and a very good aromatical profile. We bottle this wine. We bottle this wine in the bottles that we see here. That they have thicker walls, and each one empty is around 1 kilo. The reason that we do this is because they have the press of the second alcoholic fermentation. And how a second alcoholic fermentation. Inside the bottles, except of the wine, we put also the dosage, as the French say. That means yeast, food, and sugars. As we eat oxygen, the yeast eats nitrogen. So the food from the yeast are nitrogen things. So, as we put all this in the bottles, we have a second alcoholic fermentation inside these bottles. So the press that we understand when you open a sparkling wine with this method is a product of the second alcoholic fermentation, the carbon dioxide. We leave our wines, our bottles, in our cellar from 18 to 24 months. And after, we come here to make the remoise. And the remoise is the rotation of bottles like this from 20 to 25 days by hand. This room takes around 20 minutes to do it. The reason that we do this is to have a natural filtration, to take out the dead yeast. So if you see this bottle, it's already ready, it's very clear. Okay? If you see this bottle, you see this line here, that these are dead yeast. Exactly. Okay? After, we put the bottles like this in a special equipment that we have, and we freeze only the top of the bottle in the minus 25 degrees of Celsius. After, with another special equipment, we take out the dead yeast as an ice cube, and directly we put wine, same category of wine, and a lot of times the same wine. Okay? In this stage, we decided how sweet we would like to have our sparkling wine. In sparkling wine, so maybe you understand now why this wine is more expensive than other sparkling wines, for example, the Prosecco or the Moscato d'Asti. Yes. So, this is our cellar from our barrels. As you see behind you, these rocks are from the mountain. So in the barrels it has this black color. This is malt, because here we have high humidity and low temperature. The best conditions for our wine, so we don't have any problem between barrels and malt. So we use two capacities of barrels. These ones that the French said barrique style, and it's 225 liters, and the big ones which is 500 liters. So we use also two different countries from oak, so American oak and French oak. Two different countries, two different aromas. American, they have more vanilla aromas. French, they have more toasted, more wood aromas. So we use our barrels 3 to 4 years, and after we sell them to other producers that they make wine in their homes, which is very usual in our islands. Because each one from these ones costs around 800 to 1,000 euros. So you understand the cost, and we need to do some things. The Cocefali is from 10 months around to 12 the most, because we have more smooth tannins, more easy to drink tannins. And on the other hand, from 2 or 2 years and a half, we have the Mandillari, one of the most aggressive varieties, most bitter varieties in our islands. The most common, especially from our French grape varieties, Cabernet Syrah, is 12 months. We use the barrels for more complex aromas and also from the tannins to become more smooth, more easy to drink them. More easy for us to take up all these metal casks, yes, and to take out in the production line to put labels. The only bad thing with this cellar that takes us more time is that we need to clean all the bottles before we put the labels up.
Zilos Red vintage is 2022 with 13% of alcohol. It has light red color, it's 100% variety Cocefali. Cocefali is a red local variety, fermented in stainless steel tanks, and it's stayed with the skins for 20 days. The 20% it stayed in oak barrels for 6 months and is a blend with the fresh one. It has balanced acidity and is a medium of tannins. The red dry, the name is Kudos. Kudos 2021 with 13% of alcohol. It has deep red color with violet hues. This one stayed with the skin, blackberry and aromas of smoked vanilla, wood, and it has a light sweet smell like of chocolate. Lamb, most strong milk. Thank you so much. Enjoy.